I can tell you, I've been flicking through some music libraries of late, and I just love going through and listening to new music, and even some old music as well. Well, I've come across this voice, and I've gone, I need to hear more of it. So I had a little bit more investigation, and I came up with this beautiful lady called Mandi Jarry. Now, Mandi joins us tonight. How are you, Mandi?
I'm very well, thank you, Tracy. Thank you for having me on the show.
Oh, look, you're very welcome. As I was just saying, I sort of flick through, I do hear a lot of music, and just every now and then just one just jumps out and grabs you, and I've got to say, your voice is just absolutely beautiful, and it just did jump out. And I think because you've got, I can say you don't sound like that person, or you don't sound like that person. You have your own voice, and that's really something that sticks out to me. Is it something that you try not to do, to sound like other artists? You have your own Mandi Jarry?
Well, that's very nice of you to say, firstly. Thank you. It's a big compliment. I wouldn't say I try to sound like anyone, no. It's just sort of, I try and sing from the heart, and I guess that sort of comes across just how it wants to come across. So I'm just happy that it sounds unique to you.
Now, I have to say, we know nothing about you at all. As I said, I've only just come across you now, and this is the second album. I've got Gelato Kiss. That's the album that I do have, but that's the second album that you've put out, isn't it?
Yes, that's correct. So a couple of years ago, I put out my first debut album. It's called Untied, and that's 11 tracks. And just recently, I've recorded and released an EP called Gelato Kiss. So both of them are, represent me in a way that I like to come across. But the latest one is a little bit more raw, a little bit more folky, and it's still got that country sort of side to it as well. So, this one is 7 tracks, and, I like it. I'm happy with it.
Mandi, how do you go getting airplay in Australia?
Well, so far a lot of the community radio stations have picked it up, which has been fantastic. I've had quite a lot of airplay there, and I got it distributed through AMRAP, and they've been, very kind to me. So it's been okay so far. It'd be nice to have it on a few more radio stations as well, so I'm still trying to promote it and do the best I can there. Every little bit helps.
We're working for you too. We're trying very hard.
That's exactly right.
We're out there talking to radio stations all the time and saying, why is it that you're only playing rubbish from America?
Oh, don't you say that. It's not all rubbish. Don't you?
No, I'm talking about the popular radio stations and the ones across the board, and you know who they are, Mandi.
We're not going to say it's rubbish.
No, we know.
We're going to say they're playing the top 10, songs. Let's just say the top songs.
Anyway, I want to know why they're playing so much rubbish from America and not playing enough quality Australian music. Is that a fair question, Mandi?
That is a fair question.
Thank
they
you.
should support it a little bit more.
and it really is. And I mean, it's been going on for some time that we need to support our Australian artists, and not just the big name ones that have already got airplay. We need to be supporting our independents and give them, because I can tell you right across the board, I hear new music all the time, and I hear some fantastic voices and some fantastic songs, and they need to be heard by more of a broad base. But anyway, that's my gripe, so I'll move on.
There you go. You got him up on his little soapbox there, Mandi. How's that?
I'm glad you're passionate about it. It's good.
And we are. And we do always say, like in America, everyone plays country music. It seems to be over here, nobody's doing it. But we are so talented here in Australia. But we want to know a little bit about Mandi herself. Now, I understand that you're a finalist in the 2011 Star Maker as well. So how long have you been performing, and what sort of things have you been doing, and where are you performing?
Yeah, sure. Well, I'm based in Sydney. I grew up on the Northern Beaches. So I've always played musical instruments from a very young age. Guitar probably when I was a teenager, and piano when I was a lot younger. And I've been performing ever since I left school, really. I just joined a few bands, and I've been writing since I was very young. So it sort of just came very naturally to me in that regard. As I said, I'm based in Sydney. I do a lot of gigs around here. It's my full-time job. So I do at the moment I'm doing about 4 gigs a week. So that varies from, 4 or 5 a week. So, I'm fortunate that I am able to make a living out of performing.
And when you say you're doing 4 to 5 gigs a week, are these full band gigs, or are these solo gigs? Are they a mix of gigs?
Yeah, they're actually a mix of gigs. So I perform as a solo artist with just my guitar and my harmonicas, and myself, or I've got a three-piece band and a duet as well. So depending on what they want and where it is, I do 3 of those things.
Well, I take my hats off to the pubs, clubs, venues that are letting you perform and letting our live music get out there and do the performance as well. So kudos to those guys.
Definitely, yes.
Over the next 12, 18 months, what are the plans for Mandi Jarry?
Well, at the moment I'm writing a lot. I'm performing a lot. And I've got plans just to stay in Sydney at the moment. So I won't be heading up your way just yet, but definitely in the new year I've got plans to do a tour up the coast. And, and visit a lot of the towns out there and people that hopefully I can get more fans and more interest along the way. So that's the plan at the moment.
And what about some of the festivals? Are you looking at maybe going around touring and doing some of the festivals throughout Australia next year?
Yeah, definitely. Well, I missed out on going up to Tamworth this year. So that's definitely on the cards. I really want to get some gigs in January there and just experience the whole thing again, because I had such a great time when I was up there, part of the Toyota Star Maker. That was a fabulous experience, and I learned a lot and met some great people, and it's a fantastic festival, so definitely want to do that again.
Are you still in contact with the people, some of the Star Maker contestants?
Yeah, a few of them are friends on Facebook. Facebook's a fantastic way to network in that regard. I'm in contact. I've seen them out and about, the ones that live in Sydney as well. But I should immerse myself a little bit more. I think going up there next year and, getting back in touch with those people would be really good as well.
Well, if you do make it up Queensland way, make sure you drop in and see us, and we might even get you to bring your guitar in and do something live in the studio. That'd be awesome.
I would love to do that, definitely.
Yeah, and it'd be great if you can get your application. As soon as they open the applications, I'll be putting it out there on Facebook anyway. But get your application in for the Urban Country Music Festival, because that one is right here in our backyard. So it'd be great to see you up there for that one.
Yeah, fantastic. I'll definitely look into that.
Now, you mentioned you love songwriting and that. So of the 11 tracks off the Untied album and the 7 off this one, are these all written by yourself? Have you co-written any of them?
All the tracks off the latest one, the Gelato Kiss, are all written by myself. The first album I did, there was a lot of tracks on there written with my close friend called Ash McLeod, who is a producer down here in Sydney. Yeah. That was, and also there was another track on there with another girl. She's a songwriter called Angela Little. So there's a few co-writers on the first album, and then the second album is all myself.
Oh, Mandi Jarry.
Yeah.
Well, we're going to play... Oh, sorry, you had a question?
No, I was just going to say the album, the EP named Gelato Kiss, that sort of conjures up all of these different thoughts. Now, I'm not a big fan of gelato, but I know that our daughter is very much a gelato. So I'm just imagining that that someone was in the process of having a feed of gelato and we ended up with a kiss. Am I...
Possibly. I'm not telling any secrets.
Okay. All right.
Well, how about you tell us about Tiny Dream then?
Yeah, sure. Well, Tiny Dream is a song about taking the courage to live your dreams. It's about stepping out there and being brave and just doing what you really want to do in life.
Well, let's enjoy this now. This is Mandi Jarry. If you want to know more about her, you can jump on a website and find out there. That's all the W's, Mandi Jarry, MandiJarry.com. And as she said, you can follow her on Facebook, and all the music's on iTunes and so forth. Mandi, it's been great to catch up with you, find out a little bit more about you, and we'll stay in touch.